I know, you can't see my face like at all, I'm sorry. But I can't see my face either, so. Hey there, I'm Olivia. Thanks so much for joining me. Today, we're gonna be doing a video on my signature makeup look. I had filmed this already, but I was thinking about it, and especially with my latest Ipsy bag in mind. When I had done the unboxing, I had mentioned how I really liked that the eyeliner that I got in that was like a shorter travel size, because on days that I'm wearing my glasses, it's really hard for me to do any kind of liner when I'm using like a regular sized eyeliner. It's just, I have to be so close to the mirror that when I'm trying to use it, it bumps the mirror and it's really hard. But when I have a shorter eyeliner like that, it makes it a lot easier on days that I'm wearing my glasses. So I thought it would be fun to film a second signature makeup look, but specifically for how I would do my makeup on a day that I'm wearing my glasses. If I still want to look really, nice and feel really confident and, still do like a fancy eye look and still do an eye look that I'm really proud of and happy about, but I definitely do adjust the way that I do my makeup if I'm wearing my glasses. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then just keep on watching. Thanks. Okay, so I still would start my look with a primer, and I'm gonna go ahead and use, I think it's the same one that I used in the other video, my L'Oreal Visible Lift Radiance Booster. I like this one. I think it's very hydrating. I like the little bit of glow that it gives. Cat hair is not a totally essential part of this look, but feel free, you do you. Okay, so after I put primer on, I don't typically like to use a really heavy foundation on days that I'm wearing my glasses. I still like to have coverage, but to me, it's just not worth it usually because I always will end up getting marks along the side of my nose. I tend to do less product, and I try to use things which at first, I always tried to use things that were very matte and that I thought would stay locked in place, and that was really what I gravitated toward. But I found that it's gonna get rubbed away anyway, there's gonna be marks, and so I would actually rather that it just is a little bit more dewy and glowy, because then once I get those marks, I can at least kind of blend them out with my finger and then it doesn't look quite so bad, as opposed to a really matte foundation that it's locked on, it's staying in place everywhere where it hasn't been rubbed away, but then like the contrast is a lot more obvious, if that makes sense. So I just recently picked this up. I was at TJ Maxx and I had been wanting to try this for a really long time, so I was actually super excited. But it's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, and this one is in the shade Buttercream. So I had been really curious about trying this for a long time, just because I was kind of interested in getting into more like tinted moisturizers, and it seemed like that's kind of the idea of this product. And I'm sorry if I'm totally blocking my face with the mirror, but I legitimately can't see. And look, I actually have wipes today. I don't have to use makeup Post-its. So next, for concealer, I'm going to go ahead and still use my Tarte Shape Tape. Because we used kind of a tinted moisturizer, obviously there wasn't a ton of coverage to that. So I do want to do a little bit of spot concealing and then like under my eyes too. But I do try to avoid putting a lot of product where I know the frames are going to sit. So even when I put it under my eyes, I don't do as much as I would do otherwise, because typically I'll take my concealer down a bit, but I really try to avoid doing that when I'm wearing my glasses. And then, since I'm already holding it, I think for blush, I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette. I want to use kind of similar tones as in my last video. I want to do kind of a brownie peachy blush, so I'm gonna be mixing the two top ones together. Here. I think I will put a little bit of powder on. I'm not going to put it like all over, but I want to do just a little bit on my forehead and my chin. I might do a powder bronzer today. So I might do a little bit of powder in this region just so that it doesn't skip, but not a ton. And I've been enjoying my Milani Prep Set and Glow Illuminating Transparent Powder. All right, and then for bronzer today, I'm gonna be using my Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. I don't wanna show you how much of a pan I have on this yet because I'm about to film my Project Pan update, and I don't want there to be spoilers on that. feel like it's always kind of a game when I can't really see in the mirror. How much bronzer am I putting on? Can't totally tell. And then for highlighter today, I'm gonna use my Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I love this one, it's so pretty. And again, I try to avoid bringing the powders too far down on days that I'm wearing my glasses. I really want to just keep it kind of up here out of the way. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm still gonna start with the same primer. So I'm gonna grab my Ulta Beauty Tinted Eye Primer in Peach Glow. And I do still want to stick with the same tones in this look as I did, because it is still my signature look. So I definitely want to do something kind of bronzy and peachy. Just my technique is a little bit different when I'm wearing my glasses. I'll go ahead and use the same palette as before. I've really been enjoying this one ever since I got it, the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. It's so pretty. I really, really like this one. And I'm gonna dip into this just matte shade to kind of set things down a little bit. But I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of, oh, there's names, I forgot, of Kano, this kind of matte warm brown. And typically when I'm wearing my glasses, I do tend to keep things in a little bit closer just around my eye. I don't tend to blend things out as much as I might otherwise, just because with my prescription, it's pretty high and it definitely causes some distortion on the sides of my face. Like if you're looking at me straight on, it almost looks like there's a chunk of face missing. Just, it's weird how the lenses are. And so because of that, I just try to keep things a little bit closer in. I don't want it to get cut off weird. And I typically won't do very much on the bottom lashes. And it definitely helps. I mean, I like to use this mirror anyway, but it definitely helps to use a smaller mirror when I'm doing my makeup with my glasses. Again, it helps to avoid the problem if I'm using like a brush, like this one for example, that's long. If I have a large mirror, sometimes just the angle of it can be really difficult, but if I have a smaller mirror that I can shift over to the side, the brush can be angled outward, and that just makes it a little bit easier for me to blend. And then I want to use the same Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse that I used in my other video. This one is in the shade Chrome Galaxy. This one is just absolutely gorgeous. I really like this formula, and I have, I think, 5 now, and I like them all, but this one, oh my gosh, is my favorite. If you're gonna get one, just to give it a try, get this shade, absolutely. It's so pretty. And also, I didn't mention, I typically won't do as much dark shadow in the outer corner when I'm wearing my glasses. Again, I feel like when I'm wearing my glasses, it makes my eyes look smaller. And I know the idea of like putting something darker in the outer corners, you're supposed to kind of be using shadows to try to make your eyes look bigger or whatever. But like, honestly, I feel like when I am wearing my glasses, I just like the look a little bit better of it being kind of a wash of color with something glittery to make it stand out, but not having so many different colors going on. Because I am still gonna do liner, and so I'll still get, you know, kind of a lifting effect just with that. And I'm sorry, again, if you can't see what I'm doing very well or hear me because of the mirror, but I can't see. This eye is better, so I can see a little bit better what I'm doing in this eye, but this eye is a lot harder for me to see. I'm just gonna take what's left on my finger and just kind of pat it into the inner corner. And then I think for just a little bit of fun, I'm gonna jump back into my Warriors palette here and grab a little bit of this gold shade Bakwa, just on my pinky. And I'm gonna tap that onto the inner corner too. I think the gold will be fun. I like that, I think that's fun. I mean, you can't like 100% see it, but I feel like the concept is good, yeah. Okay, then we'll wipe off that glitter, which is made infinitely times easier with an actual wipe, not with a Post-it. So then next, I want to do some liner, and so I'm going to grab that Ico one that I had gotten in my Ipsy bag. It's kind of hard to see if I've made the wings similar until I've already committed, so you just have to have a little bit of faith, a little bit of trust here. Okay, so I feel like this wing is a little bit more upturned than this one, but I also feel the odds of me messing it up even more by trying to make them more even is astronomically high. So I think I'm going to leave well enough alone because I think for our purposes, that'll do. Okay, and then I'm just gonna grab some mascara. Still using my Stila Huge Extreme Mascara. I really feel like this is on its last legs, which makes me sad because I like it and I know I'm not gonna buy it again, but I do like it. Maybe if they do like that holiday set again. Okay, cool. So that looks good. Again, I'm gonna skip doing anything on my bottom lash line. There's just a lot of reasons that when I'm wearing my glasses, I don't tend to do anything on the lash line. Like I said, there can be some distortion from the lens just because it's such a high prescription. It's frankly just harder for me to, like if it later in the day it starts to smudge a little bit, it's just harder for me to get at and wipe away. I feel like I end up like messing up my face makeup when I'm moving around my glasses, and so it's just not worth it. Okay, so then the last thing that I have is brows. For my brows, I mean, in general, like I say, I'm not that picky when it comes to my brows. So when I'm doing my makeup and I'm gonna be wearing my glasses that day, it doesn't really change my decision as far as like the formula goes. It's just kind of the practicality of like, how am I gonna apply this to my face? And so for the same reason as like the eyeliner or like what brushes I'm trying to use, it's just easier if I'm using something that's a little bit shorter. If my go-to has been just using a dark brown eyeshadow, and I kind of like this one from my Urban Decay Nocturnal palette, simply because the brush that it came with is like really short. Okay, so that's where we're at. This is kind of my modified signature makeup. I'm just gonna pop on a lip real quick. So this one is from The Balm. It's so incredibly cute. I love their packaging. This one, I think it's in the shade Salute. Okay, so that's everything today. This is how I would do my signature makeup look on days that I'm wearing glasses. So it's not a huge change. I mean, basically it is still the same look. It's just a little bit modified for how I would apply it, kind of taking into consideration what's just easier to apply when I have to be so close to the mirror, and then also how are things gonna wear throughout the day a little bit differently just because of my glasses. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I am someone that really loves makeup. I've been wearing it for a while, but I got glasses in first grade and I didn't get contacts until I was a junior, I think. So in high school. So that was, you know, a long time. I think I started kind of playing with makeup in middle school. So it was a long time that I had to kind of figure out how can I still do these looks. It's a lot more difficult for me to do when I have to be so close to the mirror and I can't really see what I'm doing. And I definitely would have appreciated back then being able to see how other people did it and kind of get some advice. My mom doesn't wear glasses, so I couldn't really ask her. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I really enjoyed it, and I hope I see you again soon. If you'd be interested in seeing future videos, definitely make sure you subscribe. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.